Buckle up. We are back for episode 5 of Travel Disasters. I'm here with one of my best childhood friends, college roommates, soccer teammate, and frankly, lifelong companion. She's going to tell us all about her family's trip to Ireland, the motherland. And you know what? It wasn't as dreamy as they all thought it was going to be, honestly. There's ups, there's downs, there's car accidents, there's vomit, there's cliffs of Moher. It's going to be hilarious. I want to hear your travel disasters, so go ahead and send it to us. We're going to start reading some of them on the air. So go ahead, send it to traveldisasterspodacast@gmail.com, and you can listen to us on literally anywhere you can find podcasts ever. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, why don't you go ahead and give us a little subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, tell your doorman to subscribe. If you're on a flight right now, tell your flight attendants to subscribe. I bet they have something that they can definitely relate to. For more updates on travel disasters periodically, make sure to follow us on social media. We are at Travel Disasters on literally everything. So learn more about our guests, what people are going to be talking about on each episode as they come out. We're going to be releasing episodes weekly on Mondays, but get ready for this, episode 5. I'm so excited. Get ready, folks. Baby, we're going on the trip from hell, where every flight is missed, they lose your luggage, and you're in the middle seat between a sumo wrestler and a screaming baby. Don't worry, I'm coming along for the ride. I'm Mary Kate Beck, and this is Travel Disasters.
You never played like grade school soccer?
Oh, no.
Okay. I mean, who knows?
I played in Emmanuel. I had an orange jersey.
Oh, a sporty girl.
I know. And then we played soccer in high school together.
Yes, I broke my wrist.
Oh my God, that's right. And tryouts.
Yeah, people don't break their wrists in soccer, but I did.
You were diving so hard you just wanted to be goalie.
Super didn't ever dive. But yeah, no, I was super committed. Really great diver. Went to high school together, played soccer. No, that's the only sport. Went to college together,
yes,
lived together. Wow. Yeah. We really go back.
I know. We're such good friends.
I'm KB.
I know.
Lifer.
I know. But like for real though, we've known each other through every stage
pretty much
of our lives.
Yes. And the only other, I was going to say that's a lot of school together. Damn.
I'm trying to think of like my favorite stories from like college with you. You always took costumes and themed parties really.
A little too far.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, we're not talking about
that. We're not going to talk about
it. But a lot of costumes. I mean, I think the peak was goth party senior year. That was like a really good one.
That was so great.
Super good. A lot of fishnets and black eyeliner and
we hung out with the same 20
friends.
people like every weekend at house parties. But yeah, like our core group of friends, it was like 4 boys, 4 dudes, or like, wait, what?
Hanging out.
4 boys, 4 gals, just like living across the street.
What was that stupid island show we watched on Lost? We watched Lost.
Oh, we watched all the episodes of Lost. And then remember when we spent like 3 days watching all of Laguna Beach and the hills?
That's such an important time.
It was.
Transformative.
I know.
That's really
so
important.
Great.
Everybody needs to do that. Everybody needs to rewatch Laguna Beach, then the hills.
It's eye-opening.
It's
alarming.
Not real.
No,
none of it was real.
Not at all.
But it's so good.
I know.
I love it.
And we're like, remember gobbling up like Kristen and Jason, or like it was everybody.
Wow.
I know.
Love
I can go on a tangent.
That's
about
a whole
the
other
hills.
podcast that we should just talk about the hills. It probably already exists. But
it probably does.
Yeah.
So you are somewhat of a travel ex.
Yeah, I travel a lot, or at least I have.
So on the scale of agoraphobia to being like a pilot or a flight attendant, or like someone who's employed to fly.
To do that as their job to fly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ironic because it's just somewhere in the middle because I have to travel. I've had to travel a lot for work, hopping all over the country, new flight every day kind of thing, which is fun, but then like halfway through all of that, I was like, wait, I actually hate flying and I'm kind of terrified of this. So
really?
It just like one random flight to Cleveland, I was just like, I don't like this. And it was like night and day. I went from being like, yeah, no, flying doesn't faze me at all. I actually never went on a plane until Daytona, until we went on spring break in college. I hadn't flown until I was like 19.
Yes.
Which is weird.
That's so weird. That was always your fun fact.
It was like in freshman year and on the floor.
You're like, never flew on a plane.
Never been on a plane. Everyone's like, you loser. Yeah, like I was like, oh, it's such a fun fact.
Go outside, you weirdo.
Yeah, they were like, leave the Midwest. I was like, I can't.
But also, like, I get it. I think before I went to college, I had only been on a plane maybe twice before, because I come from a big family. You come from a big family.
Like my parents weren't like,
my parents
drove
like road
to
trips. Yeah. They're like, we're going to fucking Michigan and that's it. You think I'm paying $200 round trip for six of you?
Little screaming ass. You're going to scream wherever we are. Does it matter? Yeah.
Lose you in the airport and you're going to be so ungrateful the whole time. Like, no, road trips it is. I totally get it.
And that was like fun. I remember watching the Titanic on like this huge box TV that we put on a laundry basket in my car, and I was in kindergarten, and I like cried when Jack died, and my family made fun of me the rest of the trip, and I was
amazing.
It's just so sad.
Yeah,
but yeah, no.
Oh my god, that's
it was good times, road trips.
Yeah. So you didn't fly until you were 19,
but then flew a lot.
Yeah. So do you mind telling people like what you do for work?
Yeah. So I work in like electoral politics. I worked on Hillary Clinton's campaign where I had to travel a lot.
Yes, we were with her.
Yes, with her. Not anymore. Sorry, no, I like her. Just none of us are because she's not that thing anymore. Just kidding, love my girl Hill. But yeah, I did a lot of I covered a lot of events, followed her around a little bit, stuff like that. So new city every day, a lot of like Ohio, Iowa, Pennsylvania,
all the
not like glamour.
States.
Yeah, like really just like the hot travel states. Everybody's like, oh my God, you
got to go to Indianapolis? Yeah, oh my God.
That's amazing. I was like, guess what? There's nothing in Salem, Winston-Salem or whatever it is. Yeah. But I've seen a lot of America. I knocked out like 15 states when I worked for like the year plus that I worked there. Yeah, I went to a lot of states. A lot of New Hampshire. Love New Hampshire. Yeah, so I worked in electoral politics. And then after the campaign, another job, electoral politics. Stacey Abrams was one of our clients. A lot more just traveling. This is like any state could have politics now. So it was like Georgia, California, so really just a lot of states, a lot of traveling. Yeah. So
amazing. And then you have one like major story there's a lot of layers, I'm told. I don't know anything about it, but
yeah, well,
I'm excited to
So my sister also works in politics, and we work on these sort of cycle times. And so after, primaries and generals, whatever, we're like, let's go on a trip. Let's celebrate. We're not busy anymore. Let's do this.
Finally, yeah.
So after the 2018 midterms, my sister and I were like, all right, let's book a trip. Where should we go? Talked about it for a while. And then she was like, what if we went to Ireland for New Year's?
Hey,
and I was like,
whoa.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So, we decide we wait too long, but we book some tickets. We basically booked the tickets. That's all we did. We didn't plan anything else. And then we mentioned it to our family. We're like, we're going to go to Ireland for New Year's. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah,
my
come
parents,
if you want.
Yeah,
don't come if you can't.
Exactly. That's where we screwed up. We said, come if you want.
Oh, I'm like, now I'm so nervous. Like famous last words.
Yeah. So my family has always talked about doing a big family trip to Ireland. It's like a dream.
Yeah. It's every Irish
ever
Catholic.
Do that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
every Irish Catholic family's like, what if
we should take a big, no. Do you know how it's a weird little like island. It's beautiful. It's windy roads. It's hard to all be together. Like, it's great. I'm sure it could be a great family trip. We didn't do it right.
It's tough for big groups is what you're saying?
I mean, if you like stay in one place for a little while, I don't know. I don't want to spoil.
Okay,
so basically my parents were like, they've been to Ireland a bunch of times. Love it. They, probably like their fifth trip. This would be fifth or sixth, something like that. At one point they decided every time they go to Europe, they're going to go to Ireland, which is like bougie.
Crazy,
yeah. So they were like, yeah, we'll totally book. They get on our same flight there. We do like an overnight flight, which is kind of the move when you're going to Europe, I think.
I agree. Yeah, I've only overnighted.
Yeah, you sleep and then you wake up and you're like, it's a new day. This is great. So we do that. We leave the 27th, so 2 days after Christmas, December. Okay. So we leave 2 days after Christmas. It's a lot of family time. Christmas, the holidays. We've already spent so much time together that we're like, oh, okay, this was like on Christmas. I turned to my sister and I was like, I think this is going to be a mistake.
Oh no!
And we're like, but it won't be. It'll be totally fine. And then on Christmas, I'm talking to my dad about what our plan is because we just got really busy. And we're like, they've been to Ireland so many times, they can just plan it. And then I didn't check in with my dad until 2 days. In his defense, he was trying to check in with us a lot and be like, where should we go? What do you guys want to do? Is there anything you need to do? What do you want to do? And we're like, I don't know. And then 2 days before, I was like,
wait, we really have no plan.
Oh no, we had too many plans. That's the thing. They like jam. It was a new city every day.
Oh,
which is like, it's easy to get around. Nothing's that far. But it was also December, so the sun set at like 4, and it's really scary to drive at night. So we couldn't drive at night.
Practical.
Yeah, so I'll just get into it here. But so my dad does not like sleeping on planes. We take an overnight flight. He is not chipper when we land, but he's fine. His ears have popped. It's like a whole thing. It's just like, all right, let's all just
his
like
ears
rest.
Have popped. He has his gum.
He'll be fine. Yeah, like whatever.
Just give him some gum.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, he just needs to, just yawn. Just do some yawning.
Does anyone have a Benadryl?
Yeah, seriously. We were like, oh no, it was a whole, yeah. So we get to the car rental place. We go to the Kelly family farm, which is in some.
Is it your family?
No, there was like.
I know there's so many fucking Kellys. I can't.
Well, so I think it was like my grandpa's family's farm yonder ago.
You're
I don't know, like
full of
so
shit. You're
long
like, we're
ago.
related to the Kellys.
I
somehow.
mean, somebody, and then some other guy shows up. Our car gets like stuck in the mud. We're like, all right, let's get out of here. But it was like fun. We run into some other guy. And we're like, oh, what's your name? He's like, so-and-so Kelly. And we're like, oh, are you related to us? And he's like, oh, no, I'm not related to these Kellys. We're like,
you're slime.
Like you live on the same farm, but you're telling me you're not a Kelly. This entire island is incest, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so then we have to stay in this tiny little town adjacent to wherever the Kelly family farm is. Yeah. My dad is super tired at this point because he pretty much hasn't slept.
Yeah.
We're parking. We're looking for the Airbnb. We're parking, and my dad just slams into a curb. Like 2 flat tires, day 1, basically day 0.
Oh, my.
And this is the car we're driving around to a new city every day.
No.
And yeah, so my dad gets real cranky real fast. And he has a little bit of a temper, so not thrilled. He's really pissed. We're on the top of a hill, and he's like, no, we're just taking the bags. We're going to the Airbnb. We're doing this. And we're just like,
fucking walk there.
Yeah, literally. So then he just like throws all the bags out of the car, and he's like, let's go. And we're like, this is a terrible idea. We should walk to the Airbnb first. Whatever. We get there. My dad deals with it, calls a tow truck, whatever. We're like, all right, this is fine. Let's all sleep, and then it'll be fine. I'm pretty sure I had already cried at this point, but like, it's fine. And so then we wake up and we're like, did you call the tow place? Did you call the tow place? And he's like, it's fine. He said he'll call me when it's ready. And we're like, maybe you should call him. And then the owner, we stay at this like B&B, this cute little thing. This guy makes us breakfast or whatever. And then the guy is like, yeah, no, you should probably call the tow place. And we're like, yeah, exactly. What did we just say?
What am I missing? Because like Irish people just don't move as quickly as
I mean, I think they just like take holidays off. I don't know. It was just...
Yeah. Why is everyone like, call them? I'm like, what am I missing?
Okay, well, so I guess more of the timeline, this was probably like December 28th. So, and it was also like a Sunday or something like that, maybe. It might have been like a Friday or a Saturday. It was some like weekend. I don't know. The days of the week get really effed up during holidays. I have no concept of what time it is. Yeah. So it's like a Sunday or something, and we're like, okay, are they going to be open? Whatever. We're like, why don't you just check in, because our entire trip revolves around this car. So will you please just call him? And so he calls him, and he's like, he told me they don't open until Wednesday.
Oh my God.
And it was like that, at whatever the day it was, that was after New Year's. And we're like, Okay, so
we have to find a new car?
Yeah. And then he was like, I don't know. He said he might be able to do it. And we're like, no. So then we get in this the 4 of us get in this fight inside of a cafe.
Oh my God.
We're like, screw it. We're going to Galway. We're getting on a bus. So my sister and I get on a bus and leave my parents in this little town. This is Westport or something. This is literally our first day, second day or whatever it is. And so then we get on this bus. We're like, whatever, it's fine. We'll meet you there. We'll meet you in Galway. And then I travel a lot and I get really motion sick. And I know there's a lot of like windy roads and stuff like that in Ireland. So
what's it called? What's the motion sickness medication? Not melatonin. It's
Dramamine.
Dramamine.
Yeah. Oh girl, I've got that like stacked up.
You're like sticking in an IV, baby.
Oh yeah, basically. And then I bought these weird ass bands. They're called C bands.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, this is a plug for C bands. This entire trip
here we
is
go.
really just an advertisement
sponsor us.
for exactly. But yeah, it's just this little like pressure band that you put on your wrist, whatever. But they worked. So my sister and I are on this bus and I'm like feeling great. I'm looking out the window. I'm like, this is so pretty. I love this. We're going on and on. And my sister eventually like put a scarf over her head. And then I was like, what? Is she just tired? We just woke up. I'm like, whatever. I'm having a great time. And then I look over at her and she is just slowly but sort of aggressively taking every like item out of her purse. And I'm like, what could she be doing? And I'm like, what is she looking for? What is this? Not even thinking. And then she stops for a second and then like just totally throws up all inside of her purse. Like just, and I was staring at her face because I was like, what is she doing? And I was like, it was shocking. It was disgusting. So throws up in her purse on this 1-hour bus ride to Galway.
Oh
and
my
I was
God.
like,
Has that ever happened to you though? I've had to do that. Where your mouth just starts filling up with
and
saliva
it's like,
and you're like
so sweaty in your mouth.
Like,
and then you're just like,
it's gonna happen. At least she was like nice about it and was like, you know what? I'm gonna take everything out.
Yeah.
Put it in a Ziploc bag when I get there, and like this purse is trash now.
Oh my God. And so we had to go to a TK Maxx and Galway, get her new purse.
A new statement piece.
Yeah. And she's like, you know what? It's fine. I'm over it. I feel better. Like, let's go out. Let's do this thing. And then my parents eventually get the car. They meet us in Galway. Everything's fine. And then we're all like, let's all just be happy and just, have a good night out.
Crisis averted.
Let's get drunk, whatever. This is how we solve our problems. So we all get like pretty drunk that night in Galway. We go out, we find live music, we're having a blast. It's really fun. The next day was probably our most ambitious day. So we had to like go to the Cliffs of Moher, which is probably an hour and a half. Then we had to drive from the Cliffs of Moher to Dingle, which was like maybe over 4 hours.
Oh God.
So in total, it's like over 5 hours of driving. And then the sun sets at like 4. So we're like, we got to get going pretty early.
At 7 a.m.
Yeah. And so we have like hands down our most wild night in Galway. We like Kylie, my sister gets super drunk. Anyway, so we wake up, we're all moving a little slow. Kylie, my sister especially. It's Kylie's birthday and she told me not to use her name because this story is really embarrassing.
Oh, here we go. We've used it 500 times.
Yeah.
Hi, Kylie.
Whatever. I mean, she'll survive. So everybody knows who it is anyway. So anyway, we wake up and I'm like, you have to get up. We have to be out of this like hotel or whatever. Like we got to get out of here now. And she's like, I can't get up. And she's like dying. And I'm like, get in the shower. Like, let's go. She gets out of the shower and she's like, I threw up in the shower. In the fucking shower. She's like, I almost laid down, but then I realized I had puked in the shower, so I couldn't lay down. And I was like, oh my God, get your ass going.
Yeah,
we need to get out of here.
We have to go.
Yeah. And we had to our car was in a parking garage and it like had to be out by a certain hour. It was a whole thing. And then, so my parents go get the car because it had to be out of there.
Yeah, they're like, let's fucking go.
Yeah. Everybody's like being nice to each other at this point, except me to Kylie, because whatever. So then we're in the hallway. Kylie can't even stand. She's like sitting on her suitcase and she's just sitting there and just doesn't even try to hide it, just throws up. Just doesn't even put her hand over her face. She's just like, throws up in the hallway. And then, so we're like, great. Kylie's already peaked 3 times. It's day 3 of this trip.
And we have 5 hours of driving ahead of us.
Yeah, and like another week or whatever this is. And then, so we get in the car. My dad had stolen like a mossy rock from the Kelly family farm and put it in some like gallon Ziploc bag.
Oh, no.
So Kylie's like,
really good.
We got to pull over. I don't feel good. We are 10 minutes into the drive and we have like 5 hours of driving.
Oh no.
And so we pull over. My dad is like, take the bag with the rock. Kylie's throwing up into this moss bag. And the only thing she had consumed was like orange Pedialyte. So her bile is like
vivid
highlighter orange.
Oh, God.
It is so bright. And it was disgusting. And I'm sitting, there are 4 of us in this car. I'm sitting next to her. And then, so we pull over and then she's like, what do I do with the bag? And my dad's like, keep it. You're probably going to throw up again.
Oh my God, no.
So she just zips up the bag.
That's half full of puke?
It's like barely full of puke. It's like bile because she doesn't have anything in her body, but it's like full of liquid. So she just puts it next to her feet, whatever, keeps going. Just every maybe 20 minutes, doesn't even warn us anymore, just starts pulling out the bag, another vomit. And then I'm like, I think I'm going to throw up. This is disgusting. Like, it reeks in here. It is bright orange. This is disgusting. Like, this is the worst. And I'm like, okay, great. Kylie, we finally get to the Cliffs some more. The line to get in is like an hour. I was like, oh
my God. I did not know that. I'm taking notes.
It was, I think it was just the time of year. It was like 2 days before, or like the day before, or something like that, before New Year's Eve. So then we get to the Cliffs some more. Kylie can she's like, I don't think I'm going to go. I was like, get up.
Yeah,
we're going.
We're going.
She's like, I just want an apple. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sure they have an apple in the gift shop. Like, come on. So then all the pictures we took at the Cliffs some more, Kylie's like leaning on a ledge and like can't smile. And like, she's clearly miserable.
Oh my God.
So just terrible. And then because of the time in the sun, I was like, we're not going to make it to Dingle. We have to go to Limerick. So then we have to stay the night in Limerick. My parents are super pissed. Dingle was like the number one place we all wanted to go. We're like, whatever. So then we stayed there. Luckily, we hadn't really booked a lot of stuff because we're like, we'll just play by ear, whatever. No.
Yeah.
But the only things we had booked were New Year's Eve and that place at the Kelly family farm. So we like couldn't. That was like a window we had to. I was like, we have to make it. We could just like stay in Limerick. But then we have to go to Killarney where we're having New Year's. So we can't make it all the way to Dingle. It's really, really far out of the way.
Oh, no. So that's heartbreaking.
I mean, yeah. And that's like not even the worst part of the trip.
Oh,
so
great.
like, I mean, my sister threw out a bag a million times. We get a flat tire, like all this stuff. So it's just been like a really rough trip. And it's like day 3. So at this point, we're all pretty much in agreement that we don't need to spend a lot of time with each other because we're already like staying in a car together and, you know, having to share rooms and all this stuff. We're like being really open with how frustrated we all are with each other because everyone's bringing their worst to the table so far. Like, it's really not great. And then at the end, we're like, all right, it's New Year's. Let's just celebrate. We kind of split up for a little bit. And then it's like 10 o'clock. My mom is a little tipsy and then is like, you know what? I can't even make it to New Year's. So after all of that, and then there's just like even every little thing, it was just all they wanted to do was just go to pubs and see the inside of a pub and get a drink. And we're like, we went to a national park and my dad wore slacks. Kylie and I were like, we want to spend the whole day here and hike. And my dad was like, oh, there it is. Let's go. No, this is terrible.
Slacks? Oh my God.
He didn't bring jeans because he's like, people in Ireland don't wear jeans.
Oh
like,
my God. My dad says the same thing.
So
my
weird?
Dad's like, hey, Mare, if you're going to study abroad, you should pack a couple of pairs of Wranglers in your...
Wranglers?
Yes, Wranglers, like Levi Wrangler jeans.
No
He's like,
way.
you could sell them for 3 times the
They
price.
don't have them over
they don't
there.
even sell jeans there. They don't even know what Wranglers are.
No.
Yes, I bet my dad would probably wear a tuxedo the entire time he was in Europe. He'd be like,
gotta dress nice for the Brits. What if I see the Queen?
Yeah, what if they have served crumpets? I don't know.
No, insane. I don't know where. And my sister and I were both like, this is a long flight. We're wearing leggings on the plane. And my parents were like, got all done up. And I was like,
your mom's wearing like a hat.
Literally, yeah, she's like going to the Derby. I'm like, this is a plane and I'm going to sleep the whole time. I'm wearing leggings and I'm not apologizing for it. And
that's
like,
amazing.
You're wearing that? I'm like, oh my
So was New Year's like the worst part of the trip?
I mean, it was just a lot of buildup in the beginning, and it just had a really, because like by the end, then it was like, okay, that's fine. I think we were all really looking forward to Dingle, and it was like, didn't even make it. So
fuck.
that sucks. And then it was just a lot of if all of the bad stuff that happened at the end of our trip,
Yeah.
it probably would have been fine. But it was like
You're like worn
day one.
out by the time.
Yeah. We had like already gotten all the fights out. It was just too much time. Here's the crux of all of this. My takeaway is like, if you're going to travel with your family, just plan some time for you to be able to get away. Like, the one time we were like, we'll travel different. Kylie threw up in the fucking bus. So it was like, no, that's not what I recommend.
She still fucking ruined all of it. Yeah.
So it's just like, if you're going to do that, just be able to get away.
Yeah.
And then we left and we were like, we are never going on a trip with them ever again. And then over Easter, they were like, we rented a place in Florida if you want to come. And we're like, okay. And then it was fine.
Oh, really?
No, we went. Kylie was like, you're really going to go? You're really going to you're thinking about going to Florida with them? Are you insane? And I was like, yeah, I am. I want to lay on a beach. But it was just, we got there and we're like, super low expectations.
Oh, good.
All I want to do.
Florida's chill as fuck.
Exactly.
I feel like when you pay a super high amount of money for a flight to Europe, you're like, this has to be fucking worth it.
Yes.
And
So then I got home and I go to work and everyone's like, how was your trip? Oh my God, you went to Ireland, you went to Europe. Oh my God, was it the best?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, actually, it was fine.
It was actually one of the worst. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it again, and I would take all of my money back.
Damn.
But you know what? We lived to tell the tale. It was a little too soon, and my mom was like laughing about it, and I was like, I'm still a little mad at you guys.
Yeah, I still fucking hate this. My wound is open.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now we're laughing about it. Also, when you travel with your parents, they're probably going to pay for some stuff, even if you insist. So that's not the worst either. And we live to tell the tale.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That was an amazing story.
Thank you. I feel like it wasn't, some big airport brawl, but it could be. Like, I mean, there's just sometimes your travel disaster is just your entire travel. The whole thing can suck.
Yeah.
And it's okay to admit that.
Yes.
We all have to be like, you know what?
Sometimes
that was a shitty vacation.
Yeah.
Get them next time.
Yeah. There's more trips. Do you have any trips coming up?
No.
You're like, I never want to leave my fucking house again.
No, I like traveling. I mean, I went to Mexico City recently, and that was really great. That was super fun. Really cool city. I very much recommend it. It's huge. A lot of art, a lot of culture, good stuff, great food, super cheap. It was fun.
Perfect.
Great
I'm sold.
Vacation, not with my parents.
Yes. Well, besides Mexico City, anything that you want to plug? Anything going on in your life?
Probably not going to travel to like Georgia or Alabama anytime soon, but you never know.
Idea,
although just because they have some terrible policies doesn't mean we should like hurt everybody else. But anyway, women should be able to do whatever they want with their bodies. Yes. So maybe like go Planned Parenthood. You should donate to them.
Yeah.
That's
donate to them.
Yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
My dad's very pro-life. So for my birthday this year, I just told everyone in my family to donate to Planned Parenthood.
Yes.
And he fucking loved that.
He was like, I refuse.
Yeah. I was like, suck on that. Well, this was super fun. I'm so glad to have you on the show.
Amazing host.
Yeah, this is our second Irish disaster.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you keep asking a similar type of people to come around, pretty soon you're going to be like, this has turned into just an Ireland podcast.
Yeah, basically. Well, thank you so much. And hopefully we'll have you on again.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. This has been a blast.
Bye.
Woo. Bye.